Hi everyone, and welcome to the Haunted Connections show. So we're back here again this Tuesday.
You were
So
about to
good,
say
isn't it?
Demon Connections, weren't
I
you?
nearly did. You know me, I'm always going to get it wrong if I can. So we're bringing this to you from the Haunted Antiques. No, we're not. We're bringing it to you from the Paranormal Research Centre. And I say it every
Let's
time.
just go back to what it, let's just go back to what it was.
That's because we've been saying it
I
for
know.
5 years. It's like, it's
Yeah.
hard to change it because I just go into autopilot.
We're here.
Yeah, so we're going to have a bit of a chat tonight. We're going to chat about anything and everything. So if you've got any questions, if you've got any anything that you want to discuss, then throw it into the mix. As usual, put all your comments, anything that you want to say there, and we can see what you're saying. So we're going to kick off tonight. I'm going to kick off tonight.
You kick off, Jen.
So I don't know if many people have seen. It has been around Facebook a bit that the university in Exeter is now doing a master's degree in witchcraft and occult science and magic or something like that. Magic and something like that. So I'm interested in everybody's thoughts on that. Do you think we should have more courses where people could learn about this stuff? Is the occult and the paranormal not represented enough in our educational places? 1 in 3 people believe in a ghost. So do you think we should have more representation in the educational in the system?
Yeah.
So
interesting. My opinion first.
Yeah, you.
I think
you start.
You look so relaxed, then, James.
I did.
I'm newsreaders have
eager to hear what you're going to say.
I think it's a good idea if they do it right.
Yes.
But not go down the normal rubbishy path.
Yes.
Like a lot of people do.
Yes.
Like we've just been saying.
Yes.
No. They need to do the research and get the curriculum. That's a big word, isn't it?
It is.
They need to do it right and not be biased towards the normal route that a lot of people in the paranormal tend to follow.
Yeah.
See, that's quite an educated response. So that's my thoughts.
So what are your thoughts?
Please tell us, because otherwise Jane's just going to ramble and get everything wrong.
It won't be the first time.
So yeah, and Annette says, I think there is some aspects of it that should be taught, like herbs and health.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think, I firmly believe on this planet, because this planet is fantastic, it's amazing, and I do believe there is enough food and water on the planet to sustain us all.
Yeah.
In abundance. I think there's remedies for all our ailments on the planet.
Yeah.
Already, without all these chemicals and.
It's the pharmaceutical companies that do that, though, don't they?
Yes, because they want to make money. They
outlawed a lot of the sort of the medical practices and stuff, didn't they? The natural herbs, and that's why a lot of people were condemned, so that they couldn't just make their own medicines. They had to rely on the pharmaceutical companies, and even just simple things. There's so many home remedies that you can do. Even things like lettuce, that's all sleeping tablets are really is extract of lettuce.
I didn't know that.
Didn't you?
No.
Yeah.
I believe there's a cure for everything in the plant life or whatever. Because when we were kids, whenever you had stinging nettles, stinging nettles, you got stung, there's always dock leaf nearby.
Yeah. And if you're hungry, you can eat stinging nettles to make fantastic tea.
Yeah, but
you can eat
them. Sting your mouth, don't they?
Well, obviously you'd sort them out first, but like dandelions, I eat dandelions out there. If I eat dandelions and stuff like that with my salad. It's ever so good for you. I think it's one of the.
When Jane goes for a walk, she's picking the dandelions.
I am. I take a doggy bag and I'm foraging in the forests. Yeah.
I think if they see if that sort of thing's part of it, I think it's good. I think we need to go back the old ways.
Yeah.
Really,
you can make your own natural antibiotics with honey and lemon and turmeric and what's the other one? Ginger, and there's just so many things out there that you can do for yourself.
Yes. So I think they need to teach that. but not go down. I don't know. I don't know what the course is about.
But
what are they going
also,
to teach you?
I don't know. But also, there's a lot that could be taught through meditation and just being calm and peaceful and finding that inner peace. Well, my little grandson, when in lockdown, they were teaching the meditation and stuff, and he absolutely loved it. And just teaching people to breathe properly and just stuff like that. It makes such a big difference.
I actually think they should, instead of having prayers at school, they should have meditation.
Yeah.
Replace prayers at school with meditation, and I got no doubts the kids will be a lot better off.
Yeah.
Okay, Annette says if the proper history was taught, it would be good. These days, they jump from a new witch to knowing everything when there is far much to it before you ever get to that point, and it takes a lifetime to learn and commitment. I think you'd agree with that. Yeah, we'll definitely agree with that, Annette.
We're always learning, aren't we? And even when we've learned a little bit and you try and use it to help people will probably just turn around and think you're a crackpot.
Do you think that's changing though?
I think so, because my eldest son, he's probably one of the biggest skeptics ever, and he doesn't believe in all the witchcraft stuff I do, and he doesn't this, that, and the other. But he had a cold, and he couldn't. Well, I think it was a bit more like flu, but he was quite poorly, and I made him one of my little brews, and he
with the big
the cauldron wasn't
big
on.
cauldron.
But he was. I made him sort of
eyes
one of those.
A bat and ears of a newt or whatever.
And he did feel better after a couple of days. He was quite impressed.
Really? You're converting John?
Got some way to go yet.
So yeah, I do think I do think they need to change things in school as well. Good changing subject a little bit, but
but I think this is good. If a place like a university is taking this seriously and they're actually making it an academic qualification, then that's a great start. That's a great start, I think.
It is. So we're going to have to call you Dr. Jane soon then?
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's good. And it'd be beneficial to everybody.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what other people would probably be going on it.
Do you think there'll be some weirdos? Besides you, of course.
Yeah, I'm going to hang my weirdness right out there and see if I can attract any other weirdos, because I usually do.
So please leave your comments, or if you got any questions about anything, please comment. And it says we are weirdos. Yeah, it's good to be weird, and I've always been a bit weird, which is good. That's being normal. Would you like to be normal?
Sometimes, when I was at school, I always used to wish I was normal, so you could just have lots of friends and hang around with the popular people, because I was always one of those people who was on my own a lot. And sometimes you probably think it would be nice to just sort of be invited out with everybody else, or to go on these things or do things with other people.
I've never wanted to that.
Then you just when these things have happened and then people are all slagging each other off behind their back and this, that, you just think, oh, I'm so glad I didn't go. So glad I weren't invited.
I wasn't very popular at school, which suited me because I don't like people. I've never been a big fan of people. So I've always been a bit of a loner.
But I think that's why we do, that's why we're in this field.
Yeah. Yeah. Please make any comments. What's coming up Sunday, Jane?
We've got a special live feed on Sunday. The Devils of Loudun, or the Demon. Have you called it the Devils or the Demons?
Well, I thought it was the Devils, but Andy said the Demons on the poster.
Yeah, that's okay.
Doesn't matter. The Devils or the Demons, whatever they are, of Loudun, are coming to the centre.
Well, we're hoping they are. We're going to invite them in. See what happens.
If you don't know about what the demons will do done, Jane will tell you a little bit about it.
I will. I've just anybody who's got the Haunted magazine,
39, isn't it?
there is an article in there. It's a 4-page article which I've written all about it, and it talks about a chap called Uben Grandier, and he was the priest that was at the centre of all this, and he was accused of bringing demons in to possess the nuns and to torment these nuns in the nunnery. I think it was the Ursuline order or something, and he, even though he never went to this place and he never met these nuns, he was still accused of doing this, and eventually he was tried and burnt to death. He was burnt at the stake for this. So it's good. There were seven named demons, I think, involved. So we're going to try and see if those 7 demons will come and join us on Sunday night.
Yeah, and I see no reason why. At least a couple will turn up. They normally turn up.
Yeah, well, we'll just.
But people who watch the Demon Connections know what we do. We do have some guests Sunday, so there'll be about 8 of us round the table Sunday. So that'll be different. Anyway,
I'm looking forward to that.
But it'll be a live stream on Ghost Planet Network. It won't be on Facebook. It'll be a live stream on GPN. The thing with live streams on GPN, they are not recorded on the channel. So tune in from 9 o'clock. We've got about a 6 minutes countdown so you're not going to miss anything on it. However, if you can't watch it live Sunday, I am going to record it as well. So we're going to have 2 cameras on the go: the live stream camera and the recording camera. So it will be going on as an episode as well later on.
Yeah.
So if you can't make it Sunday, people have got busy lives. If you can't make it Sunday, you'll be able to catch up another day when I get a chance to put it on the channel. But I think we're going to do it in this room, aren't we? In the tea room.
Yeah, as we have done a Demon Connections in here before.
Yeah, because it's a nice room. It's somewhere and plus the heat is on in this room. And it's getting pretty cold there, isn't it?
Yeah. So tell us all what you're doing then for Halloween, because Halloween's coming up very soon. Spookiest night of the year. So tell us what you're all up to.
Do you actually think Halloween makes a difference?
Yes, I do. Because it's an ancient sort of...
Is it a pagan thing?
Celebration, yes. And it used to be all about the original Samhain was when people would draw to close the end of the year, the last, the harvests had been done, and they would take this time out to reflect on people who have passed, things that have come to an end, that sort of thing. So it was a bit more like a Remembrance Day rather than Halloween as we know it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, it's one of those things that's on the pagan calendar, and it's been celebrated since ancient times. So it's
so is the veil between the two realms thinner? Is it?
I think it does. Yeah, I think
so you're more likely to get spiritual activity on Halloween.
Possibly, because although it thins, we can draw them closer. You may not get any more activity than you normally would.
Mm.
But also, it gives us an opportunity to, say thank you and to Mother Earth and all that sort of thing, and do the rituals and everything else. So it's a nice celebration, but of course these days it's been turned into
money making scheme.
Yeah, and the trick or treating, and all the witches and stuff.
Is that all Americanized?
Yeah, it's much more Americanized now, isn't it?
Yeah. Vicky says, I'm visiting a wonderful location on Tuesday. I wonder where that is, Vicky. Are you not coming Friday then? Because you lot are here Friday. Is it not you Friday night as well? Vicky's here Friday night, Tuesday night.
Yeah, cool.
We are actually doing a seance. Jane and I have been invited to do a seance Friday night.
Yes.
5-course meal, would you believe? Never had a 5-course meal before. I think we've only put down for 3 courses, haven't we?
Well, the other two are sort of.
I didn't know. I didn't understand what most of them were.
Well, the other two were. It's just something that everybody gets, so we didn't have to choose that.
Oh, right, okay.
So everybody gets that. It's only on the ones where there's a choice.
Oh, right.
A course where there's a choice. Did you have to put your thingy?
Okay.
Did you read it?
No. Vicky says it's Carrie on Friday, okay, and she's going to the nunnery on Friday night. Hope you have a good night down the nunnery. Not as good as this place, but hey. So yeah, Jane and I are doing a seance. We're having a posh meal. It's going to be posh food as well, isn't it? Now they're going to have a little bit of things in the middle. So anyway, then we're going to do a seance.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
It'll be interesting. Vicky says, "Have I got any coffee left?" By the way, quite possibly, Vicky. I don't know, to be honest. There's loads of coffee in here. So, I actually think on Tuesday night as well, we're going out as well, aren't we?
Yes.
You forgot, didn't you?
Yes. It'll be in my phone. It's in my diary.
Next Tuesday, because it's Halloween. Quite a few weeks ago, we do a series called In Search Of.
Yeah.
And I went in search of Richard III at the real battlefield of Bosworth site, because the battle didn't actually take place in Bosworth. It took place down the Fen Lanes towards Stoke Golding area. So we are going to go in search of Richard III. Of course, Jane didn't come with me that episode. It's on GPN. And I was talking to Richard III, I think.
Cool.
So we thought it'd be a good idea to go down. So we're going to do a live feed special, Haunted Connections live feed special.
Yes.
From the real battlefield of Richard III.
Yeah. Get off my land.
Yeah. We're not actually allowed into the field, but it's going to be dark, so perhaps we will. I don't know. If the farmer's watching now, we won't be. We'll stand at the gate. And it says, I'm hoping at the night to be able to do a mirror scary session and record it for live. That sounds interesting.
Is that scrying?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Mirror scrying's fantastic. I do like mirror scrying.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Tuesday night. Jane and I are going to go and in search of Richard III.
Cool.
So obviously we will let you in, Vicky, and then we're going to leave you for an hour or so, and then I'll be back to make sure you're okay. So I'm looking forward to that, and that will be a live feed, hopefully.
Busy week, isn't it?
Depending on signal. Again, I will record it as well. So I've got to be clever and use 2 cameras. Vicky says, "Oh, I have the place to myself. Only for a bit though, and then I'll be back. But I'll be here to let you in, so don't worry."
But it gets dark early now, doesn't it? So.
It's getting dark ever so early nowadays, isn't it? Vicky says sport. So that's what we're doing Halloween. So we've got to make sure I've got torches and things. I've not been investigated somewhere for night for ages.
Been a while, isn't it?
So we're looking forward to that. We're going to see if Jane can pick up on Richard III, because it was interesting.
Yeah, or even just what we pick up from the battlefield.
So we'll see. I think it's common knowledge that the battle didn't actually take place where they say it did in Bosworth now, isn't it? It's not groundbreaking news.
Well, it happened on the field of Reedmoor, didn't it?
Redmoor.
Yeah. It was, it's sort of how it was originally. It was spelled Redemo originally.
All right.
but they shortened it in the modern version to Redmore.
All right, and that's why we've got Redmore School, isn't it?
But when in the field of Reedmore, it was just a massive open plain, and there was no hedges and fields, and no nothing, no divisional sort of hedges or anything like that then. So it will be interesting.
Yeah. So please leave your comments, unless they're frozen again. Facebook StreamYard is being a pain. Sometimes the comments freeze, and then we get loads in. So comment now, so we know they're all coming in. So that's our Tuesday evening sorted.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy week though. We've got a lot on this week.
Yeah, sounds Friday. Team up here Saturday. Live Demon Connections Sunday.
Sunday, I've got a stall on Sunday. So.
And then the live feed on Tuesday. And then my daughter gets married on the Friday.
Does she?
She does.
That's come round quick. Cool. So you've got to wear your shiny shoes and your
I've had to buy 40 quid for a new pair of shoes that I'm only going to wear once.
You can wear them at the what's it? You can wear them at the awards ceremony. The parameet.
A bit. Oh, I like my trainers. And Julie keeps saying, "You got to break the shoes in." I said, "I'm only going to wear them for an hour. Then my trainers will be on." You're not wearing your trainers at the reception. Posh suit, all been measured.
We won't recognise you.
There'll be no photos of me.
Yeah, there will. We want to see them.
So I've got to walk Lucy down the aisle at the reception.
Oh, that's going to be lovely.
It's not church. It's not church, by the way. I'm not going to be burnt. Vicky says, thought it was posh at the awards. Yes, we are going to make it posh at the awards, Vicky. So I will wear my shoes. Jacqueline says, can't wait to see the. Oh, no. So that's my week. So
it's going to be
busy week. So it's all good stuff, though, isn't it? Plus, we're organising Parameet as well.
Yeah,
that's in full flow. We have all the speakers now, by the way.
Fantastic.
I've not told you the new ones.
So we've got all the speakers.
All the speakers are booked in
for all 3 events.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Whether one turns up for the South one, I don't know. But if they don't turn up,
we'll soon fill the spot.
We'll fill it. I'll do a talk. Nah. We'll get someone to do it for me.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be somebody who can fill in. There always usually is.
Jacqueline says, I've got a quiet weekend. I hope you've got your car back now, Jacqueline. Jacqueline was coming to the centre Friday night and all that rain and wind and the wipers stopped. So she had to pull up and spent a few hours in Leicester Forest East Services, didn't you, Jacqueline?
Oh.
Yes, 650. Oh, blimey. So, Vicky says, I have team sorted for all parameets, just in the middle of sorting the hotel rooms. Exciting stuff. Actually, at the Midlands parameet, there's 2 haunted rooms.
Yes, and it was originally one large bedroom, which belonged to the original house. But the hotel, in their infinite wisdom, split it into 2 so they can get 2 lots of revenue, I suppose, from it. So there's 2 haunted rooms, but they were actually all the same room.
Mm-hmm. So if you've not got your tickets yet for Parameet, please book them. They are selling. I want to sell them quicker because I can get the money in to pay for the venues and stuff. That's all going well. Like I said, Jane's been working hard. Look, she's yawning all evening. So Parameet is going to be fantastic this year.
It is.
Next year,
going to be awesome.
Even. So, and of course,
so have you released the code? Can people book bedrooms yet?
Yes. Have I not told you?
No.
All right. You can book bedrooms now.
Have we got some sort of code?
Parameet North, they wouldn't give us a discount, so you just book the room.
Right.
But the other two, it's Parameet Convention.
What the password?
Code.
Parameet Convention.
So you just book your room, say Parameet Convention, and they'll give you the discount.
Cool.
So, all Simon's watching. Simon helped me a lot, twice now, with the GPN website.
Well done, Simon.
So thanks very much. Well, I'm looking forward to the live feed now that we can do. Vicky says, I think I've got that covered then. I've got 516 for Midlands, so no problem. And it says Haunted Antique Centre definitely on my list for early next year. It'd be good to meet you, Annette. Simon said, no worries, my pleasure. Thanks, Simon. No doubt. I will be calling on you again because it's a bit over my head, I must admit. But Bill's watching from Georgia.
Hi, well, Bill. Nice to see you again.
So, obviously, with the Parameet, we do have quite a few followers from United States and Australia. So we will be streaming live, or not, we will be streaming the speakers as well on GPN.
Fantastic.
But there will be a fee. Otherwise, it's not fair to the people coming to So you can watch it live. You won't have to pay. You'll be there anyway. So it's exciting stuff.
It is, isn't it? It's we were excited about it last year when we just had the one event, but this year now we're having, or next year with 3 events. It's really exciting.
It must be mad. When I come up with stupid ideas, just sit me down.
We'll go with it.
I know. So at Parameet, there will be new books launched as well.
Yes, I'm hoping to have the Demon
Collections. You will have.
Demon Collections book 1 done for the South, and then my own personal book done for Parameet Midlands.
And I'm planning on mine for the Midlands.
Yeah, it's going to be book wars.
Yeah, but I'm the boss, so people got to buy mine first.
We could perhaps do a discount.
Buy both.
Yeah.
Buy all 3 and get it again all cheaper.
Buy a package, yeah.
That might be an idea, actually. Rich says, hi, Rich here from WLP West London Paranormal. First Parameet for me and Mark, and I'm dragging Mickey York down as well to the South event. We booked the hotel, also can't wait. Also booked in with Paul Goddard. That's good. I'm glad you mentioned Paul, Rich. So that's great. I know you messaged me, said you booked in. So Parameet is special. I know it's easy for us to say, but Parameet is special event. It's so friendly.
Yeah.
And this year people messaged me and says, would love to come, but I've got no one to come with. And I said, well, look, just come, because seriously, you will not be on your own.
No.
At all.
No.
Because it's just like, it's easy to say, it's just like one big family, isn't it? And everyone talks to everyone.
And there's so many there. Yeah, there's so many people there that everybody's so willing to share information about their kit and equipment and locations and their experiences, and there's going to be a social area, so there'll always be somebody to chat to in the social area.
Yeah. So yeah, you mentioned Paul Goddard. Paul is coming to Parameet Midlands and Parameet South, and he will be doing past life regression sessions at both. So he will be doing a talk, and then he will be doing past life regression sessions.
Fantastic.
Because we've got him his own room, so that's exciting.
Ooh.
I know Paul's very popular.
Yeah.
But you book those sessions with Paul directly. You don't come through me. While Bill says, I'm going to try and be more active as me being the ambassador for GPN HAPLC here in the USA. Well done, Bill. Jacqueline says, I keep bumping into Mickey at the moment. Yeah, you interviewed him last night. Vicky says, hi, Kerry. I'm just about to sort stuff out for you for Friday. All right. Terry says, they're having a private chat there, Vicky and Kerry. Terry says, thought one parameet was stressful for you, but 3. Looking forward to 2024. One big family. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a big team behind me for next year, so it's going to be fine. My stressful thing this year was the bedrooms, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I've got nothing to do with the bedrooms this year. You booked
And the mismanagement.
the mismanagement of the hotel.
Yeah, them changing their minds at sort of 2 weeks before the event, which caused us a few headaches, but it all went okay in the end.
Plus the size of the room for the speakers was nowhere near big enough.
No, but it was bigger than the room we had before.
It was.
Wasn't it?
We got bigger, but we need it. And next year, all 3 are even bigger. So, no, one room, we're going to be able to get 150 people in there. So, it's going to be ample size. So that's Paul. Also, I think someone mentioned about gadgets. We do have a new gadget coming out very soon as well. It's a static REM pod. I haven't got it up here, but it's basically about the same size as one of these cups. It's a little bit bigger, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, I've seen your post earlier. It looks awesome.
And a lot of people seem to be interested. I don't know the price yet. We've not worked that out yet. But the guy who he made the REM port and the 2 as well. We've asked him to make this because people like a standalone REM pod, don't they?
Yeah.
So he's made it, and he's done about 3 prototypes so far, and each one, I think, well, yeah, that's great. Can you do this? Can you do that? So he keeps changing it.
It's just slightly being tweaked, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tweaked.
Refined.
There's only one tweak got to be made on it now. The aerial on it stands out, and I've asked him to move the aerial so it goes down a bit more. So the biggest problem with REM pods is the aerial snapping off.
Yeah.
I think. So the aerial will go down. When you're not using it, go down further. Simon says, are tickets still available for Parameet? Yes, they are, Simon. You can book online on our website, not the GPN website. It's the Haunted Antiques website, which is www.hauntedresearchcentre.com. There's a section there where you can book.
And can they still book? Is it still the early bird price of £50 for all 3
Yes,
events?
if you book all 3 now, you can just come to all 3 all weekends for £50, which is basically the price, less than the price of normal people normally do conventions for one day, don't they?
Yeah. You
can have 6 days, and that gives you access to all the speakers, all the vendors, the ghost hunts that Haunted Happenings look after. That's included in the price. You obviously have to book. That's subject to availability. So, good price.
There's
far too cheap.
Bargain.
Jacqueline says the gadget looks brilliant. I want one. Let's see what the price is first, Jacqueline. I haven't got a clue what the price is going to be yet. Rich says we are off to East Drive on Friday night for 18 hours. Let's see if we can get Mark to sleep in the coal shed. Keep up the good work. Heard a lot of great things about you all. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
We just do what we do. We're a bit nutty, but nothing wrong with being nutty.
Just a bit.
Simon says, wow. Wild Bill says 6 days for 50. That's a steal. No, yeah. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
You come to all weekend for all 3 for £50. That's good. Terry says all 3 venues look posh. Are we allowed in? Yeah, they'll let anybody in, mate. I'm not so sure about Sarah. We might have to sneak her in. Just joking, Sarah, if you're watching. It's going to be the same relaxed atmosphere as the other two have been. Bill says, sorry, all three for £50. Still, it's a steal. Yes, it's a steal. But those early bird tickets won't be available all the time. See, the early bird tickets to get in early.
So when's the deadline?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet. Christmas.
Christmas sounds good.
Yeah, the early bird tickets. We just heard it first.
December 31st.
December 31st, they will stop. So you got to buy your tickets before December 31st.
Make a great Christmas present.
It would be.
Yeah, so if you need some Christmas shopping, a great Christmas present for any family or colleagues that you've got into the paranormal.
Yeah, and also if you do want to buy someone the early bird for Christmas presents, just message me, and I will do you a voucher. So you've actually got something to give them.
Cool.
I just
That's
thought
good,
about
isn't
that.
it?
So it's all very, very exciting. What should we talk about now? Still got 20 minutes yet. Rich says, do you have any plans for any ghosty type investigation at Power South in the evening, or should I bring a couple of cheeky pieces of equipment? You can bring your equipment, Rich. What we're planning in the evenings at all three, we're planning something different on all three. So Parameet South, I think we're going to do the Parameet quiz.
Yep.
In the evening. It's going to be for charity. So you put some money in the pot for the charity. We've not decided the charity yet. I'm open to suggestions. And the winning team will get a nice certificate, perhaps. But the money will go to the charity. But it's a bit of fun.
Yeah.
There's going to be some difficult. Jane's going to write the questions. So blame her. But if you don't want to take part in the quiz, you can go off. We've got the haunted bedrooms all day and all night, so you can do a bit of investigating, I imagine, anyway. In Parameet Midlands in the evening, we're holding the very first GPN Parameet Awards.
Yeah. We're so looking forward to this.
That's really exciting. So on our main website, there is a nomination form. So you can nominate who you'd like to go to the finals with a chance of winning the award.
Yeah. And all the categories are on there, aren't they?
All the categories on it. Please vote in all the categories. Obviously, you need to watch GPN for the GPN bits, but there's also non-GPN awards as well. So get nominating. And then a bit nearer the date, we will put the voting forms out. Terry says, got to pack swim trunks this time. If you come to the Midlands, there's a lovely swim. You go there, don't you?
I do. I've just got a membership.
There's
as well.
there's got saunas and
there's
all
a
sorts.
Sauna, steam room. There's like a jacuzzi bit, hot tub, jacuzzi type thing. You got the swimming pool. It's it's very nice.
Sarah says, not budgie smugglers, Terry. Please don't.
Oh, I'm trying to get that image out of my head now.
Rich says, if any of you not heard of us, we are on Facebook and Insta and here, westlondonparanormal.co.uk. And you do lots of videos, don't you? If you ever fancy coming onto Ghost Planet Network, drop me a message. We're always looking. We're always looking for new content to put on the GPN. I think we've got over 40 different content creators. I think it's 40 content creators on the channel already. And we want to make GPN the biggest paranormal video platform there is in the world.
Yeah, with some good proper paranormal stuff.
Good stuff. None of this rubbish you sometimes see on the TV.
None of this fake stuff.
Yeah, I watch everything that goes that I put on GPN, and if there's anything that I think is a bit dodgy, I won't put on. Which is one of the reasons we started GPN. It's we're not governed by production companies. We don't put rubbish on there. Obviously, some people might prefer how certain teams work and not how other teams work. But if
That'd be
it's
just your preference,
that's your
wouldn't it?
preference. I think Sarah's laughing about Terry being budgie smugglers now. Simon says, it's amazing. I must say you have really done well. Thanks, Simon. Indrid Cold. Oh, that's probably Biff, in it. Sorry I'm late. Visiting my dad in coronary care at Georgia. I hope he's okay.
Oh. Yeah,
Rich says, lots of vids. I'll chat Mark up for GPN. We are renowned for anti-fake and debunking. No Oscars for us, I'm afraid. That's what we want. We don't want actors. We don't want fake stuff. The way I look at paranormal TV is it's for perhaps non-investigators.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we all know if you go ghost hunting, paranormal investigating, some nights sod all happens. But still put it on because it's still an interesting night. Even if you just sit in a cold, damp cellar for an hour, having a laugh. That's real investigating, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Sarah says, you both look very comfy sitting there in your armchairs. I must admit these are comfy.
Yeah, these armchairs were donated to the centre, and they've been a godsend, really, haven't they?
Yeah.
Because when you're sitting here all night with the teams and that, when the teams are in, you need a comfy chair.
Yeah, Rich says, totally agree. Terry says, some nights. You mean most nights? Yeah, it is actually. With the awards, it isn't like normal awards. It's just giving some recognition for the people who put a lot of time into the paranormal, a lot of effort. GPN is. I'm a big supporter for the small teams who do some really good YouTube videos, but don't get enough viewers because they're not well known enough. But then you get some really naff videos on YouTube that get watched 500,000 times. I'm not really interested. I'm after the real stuff. So it doesn't matter how many views you've got on YouTube. You can still go on YouTube, obviously, but if you want to put your stuff on GPN, that's fine. But GPN is real stuff.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Sarah says, I've slept in one of those, laugh out loud. Yeah, I fall asleep in these quite often. Rich says, see if I can wake him up. What a busy guys. So yeah, please tell everyone about GPN. We want to make it big. The bigger the better for us. But we obviously need, because it's a subscription-free channel, so you don't pay to watch it. We need advertisers to put advertising. I would like paranormal events companies and people who make equipment and insurance people who let you insure your team to advertise on the channel.
Yeah.
So that's how we're going to fund it, because I've got lots of ideas for a series that we can do, but we need the funding to come in. So if you're part of an events company, you'd like to advertise it, it's really cheap. Simon says, I will catch you soon as I have some website work to do. Okay, Simon. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, he helped me at the weekend. Something on the website. I couldn't get the live feed test on the website. And what the company were telling me, I ain't got a clue what they're on about. So it probably, perhaps I could have worked it out, but it would have took me, or I was working on the live feed test all day Sunday.
It's a sacrifice that
just for your enjoyment. But it works.
Yeah, that's good.
And I messaged Simon and says, Simon, this is what I want to do. Can you help me? And within 5 minutes, it was sorted.
Clever guy.
It is. Seriously, I'd have been up all night doing that if I could have done it at all. Rich says, can you just brief Mark on GPN content? It's a paranormal platform. It's on Roku TV, and if on Amazon Fire Stick, you can get us as well if you go onto the internet app. But we're also on all mobile devices, so you can watch us anytime. It's most of it is on demand, so you can watch us whenever you want. There's a big list of different categories. Different teams. A team will have their own category. For example, Demon Connections is a category. Paranormal Blackout is a category. Mickey York has got his footage on. That's a category. And so on. And then you just give me the link. If your stuff's on YouTube, you just give me the link and I can grab it off YouTube if that's how you want to do it. Or if you want any particular episodes on, just send me the link and I'll do it that way. I'm trying to get at least 10 new videos on every week, at least. So it's going to keep growing. Terry says, I know, Neil, as you get older, things get more confusing. They don't take a lot to confuse me now, mate. Simon says, anytime, as I do websites all the time, no worries. Have a great evening. And you. Mark says, Mickey York is his own category. Yeah, Mickey put stuff on already. And we have some stuff from New Zealand. Mark Warbank put stuff on. Stuff from the USA is going on now, which is good. And it's not just investigating, it's chat shows as well. And we're going to have a debate show on when we get around to doing it.
Yeah, it's quite a variety of stuff, isn't there?
Yeah. So we got Kate Ray, she's got her shows on there. We got Jacqueline gets her shows on there. So it's going to keep growing and growing. I know Paul Goddard is going to put shows on there, past life regression. So it's all exciting.
It is.
It's
when
just
we're in
finding
lockdown,
time.
In lockdown, when we used to have all these presenters doing shows through the HAPRC, did you ever imagine it would grow to this?
No, I didn't. Not one bit. Mark says, sounds good. We'll have a chat with Rich. Yeah, if you want, just message me if you want any more info, Mark. It's just, I hate Facebook. I know I'm on Facebook now, but I hate Facebook. It does my head in. We've got 17,000 followers, but some of my posts reach 200 people.
Yeah.
And I hate being restricted by people who have got millions or billions of pounds in their bank account. That's not right.
Just because you probably won't pay, the algorithm says.
Because I won't pay.
Because you won't pay and put more stuff in there. It's just a shame, isn't it, that you can't get the message out to all of your followers.
Yeah, and it's not just us, it's probably everybody, unless you pay or you have stars. Don't get me on that one.
We always said we'd never do stars.
No, GPN is free. There's no subscription. You can watch it for free. Hence, we need advertisers.
So how many, when these videos go on, just in case anybody's watching who would like to advertise. How
Yeah.
many people now are viewing? How many people are
Oh,
viewing the videos on YouTube?
we're hitting 20,000 viewers a week
That's a lot of people, isn't it?
from all around the
So if
world.
you're thinking of advertising, it's a good route to go.
Mark Kenny says Facebook is all about money and restricting limits. Yeah, that's why it annoys the hell out of me. Sarah says, I can't remember his name, but are you going to have the guy back who had those recordings of EVPs and next year's Parameet? Think everyone was made who was there this year. If you're on about Eamon Van Harris, he does EVPs. Yes, he's agreed. He's coming back to Parameet Midlands. So we are having the old regulars back, like Neil Story, Penny, Paul, the two Kates, Hazel's coming back for a couple, but we've got lots of new ones as well. Obviously, we've got Janie's doing a talk at all three this year.
I'm looking forward to it.
So we got some new people as well. We've got Jane Mortimer at Parameet South. She's just agreed today. Karen Besant from Parameet South. She's doing a talk.
To Parameet North.
No, Parameet South. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you said South Shields.
No.
Oh, okay.
Parameet South.
Right.
We got Junior Paranormal doing a talk. Parameet Midlands, their new ones. I can't remember the others, to be honest. Sorry.
So perhaps if you... Oh, are some of your speakers a surprise?
Yes.
Oh, right, okay.
Somewhat are surprises. I will, over this week, when I get a chance, I will tell you who's speaking at what.
Yeah, and the mystery guest, you can just put mystery
guest
can't you?
will be a mystery. Richard, I think it's going to be a mystery to them as well. Richard Felix is coming back. He's going to do all three this next year as well. So that's good.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Mike says that's amazing number. Sarah says, okay, cool. That's the one I'll be going to, and possibly the South one too. Cool. Mark says we are looking forward to the talks next year. We are all down at the South. Cool. Sarah says Cal Cooper would be an interesting possibility. Yeah, I have thought about Cal Cooper. Is a possibility. Biff says Mike Cavell as well, wasn't it? Yeah, Mike Cavell is Parameet North. So we've got some really interesting speakers. Kathy's watching. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
So yeah, we've got some really interesting speakers. I'm really pleased that people want to come back as well.
Yeah.
For the third time.
Yes, it's a popular. It's popular. It's the best event.
Which is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, and well-known people like Neil Story, Penny, and
Richard
the
Felix
two Kates and Richard Felix coming back. Dan says just leaving now to do an investigation. I hope it goes well, Dan.
Yeah, have a good night.
I hope you have some good activity. Sarah says yes, will be my third. Yes, which is good, and I think next year's going to be even better. With all three, will be even better. It's slightly different. Kathy says I'll be selling the Parameet t-shirts. Yes, you will, Kathy. Kathy was our number one t-shirt seller this year, so she's selling the t-shirts next year. So it'll be a new design, and we're going to sell lots and lots and lots.
Yeah.
Plus, don't forget the books. There'll be at least a couple of books, new books out. Vicky says so excited for all three. Dan says thank you. Yeah, I hope you have a good night. Anything else to say, Jane? Take that as a no.
I mean,
no,
aren't you? You got some new dates and things, haven't you, coming up for the events here? You've got more events coming up here.
Yeah, next year we are changing things at the centre. We're going to be doing more of our own events. Some of those events will be pro nights, as I call them. I've nicked that off somebody else, where they'll just be for experienced investigators to come. All our events will be a maximum of 10 people, which is important. And plus we're doing different events like candlelights, terrifying tours by candlelight. And they are going to be terrifying because I know what's coming. They will be hosted by the grand. They will be hosted by the Grandmaster. Don't upset him.
Ooh.
Sarah says, "I'll just change the date on last year's." No, you're not allowed to, Sarah. You need to buy a new one.
Change the date.
Yeah, she's going to cross out.
Just scrub it out.
23 and put 24.
Yeah, 2024.
Rich says, "I'm hoping to get Mr. Story's Bram Stoker book. I missed the limited sets." I've got no doubts Neil Story will be selling his Bram Stoker book at Parameet South, Rich. And if you talk nicely to him, he will sign it for you. Just say to Neil that Neil says you can sign it.
And that was one of the lovely things, I think, at the Parameet at Brownsover Hall, where the people selling their own books. It was just lovely to see people with their own books chatting to people, you know, who were genuinely interested in their books. And it was just so nice to see so many new books coming out from the paranormal field.
Yeah. I've said I will release my second book at Parameet Midlands. The way it's going though, it might be Parameet South.
You ahead of schedule.
I am. Wow. I typed 15,000 words the other day.
Cool. We on?
No, I don't know where it's coming from.
Autopilot.
I don't know where it's coming from.
You're getting that guidance from Spirit, aren't you?
I'm using big words.
That's all you got to do. He said, "Just help me, please help me write this book," and they will.
So we've done everything that we can with the Parameet. We've done everything that we can. With the location sorted, the dates are, the guest speakers. Now it's all down to you guys to keep sharing it out and inviting your paranormal mates. And
even if they're not into the paranormal, it's just an interesting event to come along to, because there's such a load of varied speakers, isn't there?
Yeah.
You know, people's different experiences. People, Kate Sherrill talks about the Victorian cemeteries and things like that, doesn't she? The seances and stuff. And Kate Ray talks about the fairies, and there's going to be other speakers there talking about so many different things. So even if you're not really into the paranormal, all these speakers have something interesting to say, don't they?
Yeah. And when you got people like Richard Felix and Neil Story, they're just good storytellers, aren't they?
Yeah. Is Simon Entwistle?
No.
No. Is he? No.
It's one that I thought of.
Oh, it was just a thought.
But I've got too many. Okay.
Well, this was one of the things, wasn't it? Because once we started saying about the speakers, so many people came forward, didn't they?
They did.
Asking to speak. And I think that's brilliant, because everybody's doing it voluntary.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant.
Rich says, he said he will sign my Victorian Criminal and Jack the Ripper, so bring those and look forward to all the other books you have there. Good. Terry says, are you using a ghostwriter? I don't know what I'm using, mate, but it's just flooding. WLP will continue to share all your announcements. Thanks very much. Yeah, so it's just a case now of selling all the tickets. The locations are bigger, so all 3 locations are bigger. So we can get more people in. We can get more people into the talks. So
have we got a poster now that people can sort of share out?
Not yet.
That's in production, isn't it?
And Andy is working hard. He's gone away for a few days. Andy Saw from 100 Magazine. He's gone away for a few days because it's his wife's 50th birthday. Oh, I shouldn't have said the age. But then he's working hard on the next Haunted Magazine, and then he's got other posters to do for us. Plus, he does work for other people as well.
Yeah.
Plus, they're starting, Haunted Magazine guys are starting their own publishing company as well, so they will be publishing our books. So they are very, very busy. Vicky says, I was talking with him at the weekend. He did sound interested too. Okay. Simon says, Simon Entwistle starts talking and no one else will get a word in. Yeah, we've interviewed Simon Entwistle, a great guy. And all the speakers are really nice people as well. You can go and talk to them all, which is good.
Yeah.
But now it's gone 9 o'clock. We're on overtime. Jane will want paying overtime rates, and she ain't having that.
I don't get any anyway.
Vicky says he is passionate. Yeah, I think all the speakers are very passionate about what they're talking about. And
yeah.
They are all really, really interesting. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're excited about everything that's coming up. I hope you're excited about Parameet and GPN.
Yeah, yeah.
And we will see you
all soon. So good.
Next Tuesday, we'll be doing a live investigation.
Yeah. Bye for now. We'll see you all soon.
See ya.